and we're gonna make sure these recordings are available going forward. So anyways, here
All
we
right,
go.
well, tell us in the chat where you're zooming in from.
Yes.
Some of you are brand new. You haven't had the chance to meet us, Jordan and Kristen. We live in Tampa,
Yes.
Florida. I should
Yes,
probably
I'm
fix it.
Kristen Kemper. This is my husband, Jordan Kemper. And we are so excited to be on family meeting with you guys. So if you are new, we do this every Tuesday night forevermore, unless there's a major holiday. Every Tuesday night, you will find us all here gathering at 8 p.m. Central. So it is just a standing Zoom that we will always have. But yes, I would love to know where you guys are all from in here. I know we got a bunch of new people. We're so
That's
excited
what I'm
to have you
talking about.
guys.
Halifax. I have been to Halifax, Nova Scotia.
I love it. Phoenix, Arizona, Sacramento. So cool. We are literally spread all over the US and then some. So cool.
All right, well, let me kind of give you guys the lay of the land for tonight.
Yeah.
So
Let's get into it.
we have a couple of really kind of important announcements that are relevant to the team.
Mhm.
And then we've got two speakers that I want you guys to hear from.
Great.
And two speakers first. And
Oh,
then
okay.
we're gonna
Don't forget
do
Crystal.
the Make the Waves that was introduced last night. We want to make sure that everybody understands that because it was a lot to kind of chew last night. And then we're going to finish with one final speaker. And we want to do this all inside of an hour. So it's going to be awesome. So with that being said, let me pull up my slides.
We got some visuals for those of you who are visuals like me. So much easier to follow along.
Let me make sure I got the chat still working.
There we go.
All right.
Everything in place. Okay, can you guys see that? Give us a thumbs up if you're able to see. Thumbs up. Perfect.
All right, perfect.
Okay, so is this the one that you've got for the Facebook page? All right, you can start with book of the month.
So how many of you guys were enjoying The One Truth in September? I hope most of you guys had the opportunity to read that incredible book. The book that Justin has selected for the month of October, I think is super appropriate for launch month.
Yeah.
It's called Believe It by Jamie Kern Lima. And I think you guys are going to just absolutely love her story. But this is the first of her two books. And I think it, like I said, how to go from underestimated to unstoppable, and really just kind of how to get through some of those belief barriers that perhaps exist. And I think it's super appropriate for launch. All right, let me just make sure. Hold on. Somebody.
Well, that's a little weird. Sorry, guys. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Our Zoom keeps locking us out here. You got it?
I don't know why it's not working.
All right. Well, we're just going to keep on going.
Okay. So, you guys have probably seen this, but we just had Focused that dropped. So hopefully you guys are checking the hub or you're seeing in the emails that the new flyer just dropped. So we've got 5 of those. The white papers for one of them also dropped. So again, just check the hub for those relevant updates and details.
Yep. And we'll be putting those in the Facebook group as well going forward. So you guys
So
have access.
Justin Prince texted this to us today, and I can't give you all the details other than I think this is just really cool. So this is somebody that's actually on the product. This is 8 days of lean and 5 days of fit. So 8 days on the lean product, 5 days on the fit product. And so stories are starting to be collected. And again, this is a sample group that's using the products.
Yeah. And just to be clear how those were chosen, because we don't want anybody to feel like there was favoritism or anything like that going on. They took the top enrollers of the company for as many sample packs as they had. And those are the people who received these sample packs. So there was actually only 5 of each product. So we are curious how she received 8. I have a feeling that she made a deal with a friend and grabbed 3 of hers because 5 was the most anybody received. But I am thankful for that person's sacrifice because now we have a wonderful testimonial of 8 days on lean and 5 days of fit. So really exciting to just like be able to visibly see, I think for the first time, just the effects that our products have. And so obviously this is something that we are going to be seeing a ton more of as we get into launch, but this is just a little preview of what we're gonna get to see a lot of, which is so fun.
So let's talk to them about the Facebook pre-enrollment
Okay,
party.
so this is really exciting, guys. As you know, so far, we have just had that Telegram thread as a means of communication thus far. Now that we are less than 1 month from launch, is it 28 days? Because today's October 1st,
27.
27 days.
Yep.
Oh, it's the 27th. I keep mixing
No,
up
no,
those
it's
2
the
days.
28th.
Oh, it is. Oh, but today's over. Okay. So we have 27 days until launch, guys. For those of us who launched on August 1st, it felt like literally an eternity away, and we are getting so close. So now that we have less than a month left, we actually put together a pre-enrollment Facebook group. And this is going to allow us to just be a little bit more of a tight-knit community where we can actually put faces with names, right? We can have conversations with each other. We can interact. We can get to know each other, and really just organize things in a better way for you guys. Also, as we get into Founders Box launches, or the Founders Box launch, we are how many days from that? Is it the 14th?
The 14th.
So it's the 14th. So we're 13 days away from being able to pre-order your Founders Box. So as we get closer to that, we're going to make sure that we keep you up to date. So yeah, we've just got a lot of fun things planned. We're going to do some incentives, some giveaways. We're going to keep it really fun and exciting in there as we lead up to launch. So if you're in the Telegram thread, please request to join this group. And when you join, please go ahead and peek at the pinned post. It's going to tell you your first few steps. It keeps everything super organized. If there's a question you have, it is likely in the pinned post. And we did that intentionally. And so once you're in, please go ahead and just add any of the team members that you have, and you can go ahead and tag them in the comments of that pinned post, and it'll be very self-explanatory, what to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3.
So you guys can see here, I screenshotted that pinned post just so you know what to look for, but you can see the weekly schedule, the important dates, all the helpful links. It's in a one place so that it's easy to find.
One-stop shop. And you'll see too, if you have a question in that first paragraph, we actually have a specific post where you can put the questions in the comments. This is just to make sure that we don't fill up that Facebook page and bury all the important information. So go ahead and just put it in that post just to keep things super organized. Okay, and so we are also about, I would say, 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks away from our team launch event. So you guys have heard us talk about this a ton, but we are doing our team launch event at the Waldorf Astoria in Orlando on November 8th and 9th. We have only, how many tickets left?
Actually,
oh, well, look at you. All right. So we have, okay, we've got a little over 56. Okay. So we got
56.
Guys, it has been a very long day. We've been on a lot of Zooms. Math is just not happening right now. We've got 56 tickets left. So we are selling 750 tickets. We've got 56 tickets left. And once we are sold out, we are sold out. We are doing classroom style seating in the most beautiful ballroom, and they just literally can't fit anymore. So if you haven't grabbed your ticket and you want to join us, it is going to be an incredible event to launch your business at. And we would love to have you. And so once you purchase your ticket, you're going to get an email, and that email is also going to have a link to our event Facebook page. And again, this is just a way to keep things super organized and be able to communicate with the attendees on all the updates, the schedule, basically everything you need to know leading up to the event. And we've got some fun surprises at that event for you too.
So
Awesome.
Let me stop sharing my screen. I hope that that was kind of helpful. Those are just kind of the pertinent details that we wanted to make sure that you guys have.
Yeah.
I want to bring on some individuals that have been kicking butt, and they all have their own unique stories. But the first person I want you guys to hear from is Jen Larsch. Jen, let me see if you can unmute yourself.
I can.
All right, there she is.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
Guys, Jen is just doing such an incredible job, and it's just been such a treat to work with her. And I wanted you guys just to kind of hear her story, her background, and what excites her most about her journey thus far with Make.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan and Kristen. You guys are amazing leaders. Love what you guys are doing for the team. Just the Facebook page, everything. You're just staying on top of stuff, and it's amazing. So thank you. It's making it easier for us, and so we appreciate it. Yeah, so my name is Jen Larsch. I am actually a certified health coach. My specialty is cellular nutrition. So I use a microscope to be able to look at people's cells, and I also do a metabolic profile piece. That's part of my assessment. I'm completely obsessed with it. It's something that I learned about when my dad had cancer, and my dad's been cancer-free for many years now. And so I'm very, very, I really truly feel my calling and my passion. The reason why I'm on this planet, I feel, is that God He gave me the struggles in my life with my family to be able to help me to serve people in this way and help other people to really take, the guesswork out of their health. So that being said, I'm always looking at ways to help affect the cells like how the cells operate in the body. So I look at frequency medicine, and a couple of months ago, I was looking into peptides, just thinking how cool they were and how there's, there's all different types of peptides. But unfortunately, I was not really thinking I was going to be able to bring them into my practice at this point, because I'm not working at this point with a licensed doctor. I am, like I said, a certified health coach. So I was talking to a good friend of mine, actually my sponsor, Steph Martin. She's an RN down in Florida, and telling her how frustrated I was because I really wanted to bring peptides in. I felt that they could really help my clients kind of up level their cellular health, right? In addition to some of the other things I was doing. So um, I feel like it was totally an answer to prayer. I mean, sometimes God just, it's just amazing. I was a little frustrated, and I kind of put that on the back burner. I thought, well, maybe at some point I'll bring a nurse practitioner and we can do the peptide thing. And then Steph reached out and told me about Make Wellness. And of course, I wanted to see the clinicals, and I wanted to understand like where they were coming from and the products, because I geek out on that kind of stuff. Way back a long, long time ago, I was actually in pharmaceutical sales, big pharma, like a long time ago. And so I kind of like am geeky about that, but I love helping people. And like I said, my passion over the last 12 years has been in working with in wellness companies, direct sales, network marketing. It actually allowed me to get out of pharma. My first network marketing company it gave me the belief in myself and getting around leaders. And I told someone today, went on my team, they just booked their Orlando event. And he's like, well, what do you think? He's like, do you think this is going to change my life? And I said, the first company I was involved with, the first event I went to, it changed the trajectory of my life. Like I'll never be the same person because of that event. And the belief that other people that hardly even knew me, some of the owners, like that had in me. And just when you go to, especially some of these smaller events, you are going to get to meet Justin, you're going to get to meet people and that would probably never be in your sphere any other time. And I was just saying how I was excited because even though my business, my own practice is really growing and things are crazy, and my dad said, well, why are you putting any of your attention or energy elsewhere? And I said, because I love how this company is aligned with the mission of not just changing people's health, which of course is at the very top of my mission, but I said, getting to see Justin's passion. And I also said, like, I don't know you, Kristen, but I've gotten on a bunch of calls with Jordan and done a lot of texting. And I said, there's a spiritual alignment. Like, I know that you guys believe in making a better world. And that to me, that is why I'm taking time away from something that's so precious. I mean, I have a 6-year-old daughter, so I'm, number one mom. And then of course my own business, and that practice is growing. Because people are looking for options. People are looking, they're tired. They're tired of just going and getting more prescriptions and, more doctor's visits. And I feel like we really are in such a unique time in the whole world and just in history, that we're here to be able to actually, like I said, make a difference in people's health, make a difference in people's wealth, but really align spiritually with other people who just want to be better and want to help other people be better. And to me, that's like I said, that is, I think, first and foremost, the spirituality and where you guys lie in that's like my number one thing for why I wanted to and I've been approached, and I've been in other network marketing companies, and I'm an affiliate with other companies because there's other good products out there that I've been able to use in the past for my clients. But to me, this is something that is truly going to revolutionize not just the direct sales industry, but I think it's going to revolutionize even healthcare. Because I've reached out to a lot of doctors, a lot of people who are in traditional medicine, and they're looking for answers. They're looking for other ways to help their patients. So I think this is going to go beyond just direct sales and network marketing. I think we're really, like I said, at such a cliche thing to say, like the right time, the right company, but I feel like everybody who's on here knows that and feels that in their gut. Like I feel like you sort of know. So I mean, that's my background. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm dedicating. Like I said, I've been up since 5. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what's going on after 9 o'clock, but I just really love what you guys are doing. And I cannot wait to meet you in person and give you hugs. And I just think we have a real opportunity here, like I said, to change the world. Obviously change ourselves first, and then that ripple effect that we're able to do with this company and with Justin and the leadership. It's powerful now, but I don't think we've hardly even scratched the surface. We are like just this much. It is going to be truly globally transforming.
That's so awesome. Well,
Oh, so good, Jen. That was phenomenal. We're so grateful to partner with you. Thank you so much for sharing. That was
Thank you so
phenomenal.
much.
guys, like, it's so interesting. Like, I tell people, like, what do you love most about this industry? It's getting to work with people like Jen,
Yeah.
getting in the trenches, getting on Zooms, calls, text, answering people's questions, kind of navigating strategies and situations. And Jen, you've just been such a breath of fresh air. You're a heart-centered leader, and I know that, man, big things are going to happen for you. So thanks for sharing your story tonight.
Yeah. And I hope you guys hear too, like, I don't know if you guys are looking in the chat. Everybody's like, saying things like, my first event, it literally changed my life. Liza, I know, had a funny story in the chat about her first event and what she did to make sure that she was in the room. But it really is, it's the best part of this business is the people. It's the community. It's getting to really like just be together. And so we want to know each of you. We want to be able to hug you. We want to be around you. We want to hear your story. And so I think whatever you can do to get in the room, that really just makes this business come alive. And then the community is truly one of the best parts.
So speaking of old
See you.
friends, I wanted you guys to hear tonight from another amazing couple. I think both of them are on, or at least one of them, but Michael and Michelle Ward. I've known these guys a long, long time. Man, I want you to hear their story, kind of their backdrop, and why they're so excited about Make. And so, Michael and Michelle, if you guys are there, I'd love for you guys to take the mic. Let me see. I see him on.
Maybe we can ask on you.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. There he is.
All right. Awesome. So Michelle is here, but she is feeding the kids. I cooked and I'm like, okay, I gotta and so unfortunately she can't be here this time, but next time she's in, right? And thanks so much for inviting us on. This is so exciting, man. I am no stranger to network marketing. In 2008, I was invited to take a look at network marketing. And honestly, I had no preconceived notions. I had never heard of network marketing before, so I was like, wow, everybody needs to know about this, And it took about 4 years for me to make my first $100. And, because, and I don't want to ramble. I can talk about this stuff for a long time. But, if you've been brought in by somebody, even if you've been brought in by somebody, if somebody's invited you to take a look at this opportunity, this business, which is absolutely stellar. I can't wait to get into that for a second. They may not know exactly what it is that they're doing, right? And I certainly didn't. I was a baby bringing in babies, trying to figure this thing out, But there are people who do know, and I would encourage you, don't reinvent the wheel. All right, there's trainings. There are people who want you to succeed, and I promise you that if you'll follow the way that they're teaching you, attend the calls. There's calls almost every night. Try to make as many of those as you can, especially if you're brand new and you don't know anything, because you can't be the same person that you are and be successful in this business if you have no background in any of this stuff. You have to learn, and the best way to do it is learn from people who are really killing it. And I think that's what really 10x Michelle and our business in the past is, we just kept just going through doing what we thought that we were supposed to do, right? But what we were doing is we were mimicking a lot of other people who also did not know what they were doing, And so I would just encourage you, find those people who are really doing big things, and find those and reach out to them. They want to help. The more success in this industry, the more it gives credibility, more and more credibility. And I think that, everybody wants to see everybody else succeed. So I would encourage you, be on the trainings. Okay. It's super important. Liza introduced me to Make Wellness just, you know, she's a great friend of mine, and we've known each other for a long time since I lived in Vegas. I was a registered nurse living in Vegas, and I had taken a travel contract to stay out there for about 13 weeks. And Michelle and I ended up staying out there for about 5 years, you know, and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. And during that time, we built a very successful network marketing business after reaching out to very successful people. And I always looked at Jordan and I was like, man, this guy is just absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. And I always thought, you know, I wish, I wish, you know, and after you get into it, you know, he was just on a completely different, you know, in a completely different downline. And I was in this completely different downline, but I really, really loved seeing him grow and see what he was doing. And I was like, man, if I had somebody to sponsor me, man, it would be Jordan, man. This dude, he could really help me out. And so we're all very fortunate that they are ours, right? So don't hesitate, reach out. These guys are just powerhouses. It's really incredible. Now to the company, and I'm trying not to take a lot of time. So I own, and I'm the founder of a longevity medicine practice now. I went back to school and I became a nurse practitioner. And so I have a clinic here in Fort Worth, and I have another one that's going to be opening soon in Florida. And what I do is I prescribe a lot of peptides, among other things, but anti-aging is one of the big things that I do. And so I prescribe peptides every single day, you know, and there are just incredible peptides out there. And, you know, a lot of my friends, my colleagues, I'm also an ICU intensivist at one of the hospitals here locally. And a lot of my friends and physicians, they have no idea about peptides. I mentioned peptides, they're like clueless, you know, because they don't teach peptides in medicine, in medical school. And they don't teach it in a lot of schools. I had to actually go out and seek information, continuing education credits and courses on peptides to learn about peptides. And the problem that I see is there's a lot of my patients who want the benefit of peptides, but they don't like injections. And I think there's only about 2 different peptides that actually come in oral form. And one is like BPC 157, and it comes in oral form because it's from the gut. And then there's another one called ibutamoren, right? And ibutamoren is not really a peptide, but it's usually grouped with peptides. And but everything else is injectable. And so when Liza was telling me about this, she would, you know, I saw some things she was posting. I'm like, man, that sounds pretty awesome, you know. And I kept seeing it and kept seeing it. I'm like, okay, I gotta read. So I reached out to her. I'm like, Liza, tell me about this thing, you know. And she sent me some videos, you know, and she sent me some stuff. And I'm like, my gosh, my patients I can name 100 people right now that could benefit from these, you know, because if they do what at the time I didn't know, right? We didn't have any white papers. We didn't have, you know, I said, if these things are going to be as good as the peptides that I prescribe, everybody is going to want some of these, because peptides is a big deal. You know, like if you look, they're all over YouTube. You know, if you're looking at peptides, you got Huberman talking about them. You got Joe Rogan talking about them. Like peptides is the future of medicine, in my opinion. And peptide science is it's just scratching the surface, you know. And so I'm really excited about this. We have some amazing products. And that picture, that was how was that 7 days or 8 days?
8 days.
Incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Can you imagine what it would be like if you could prescribe like semaglutide, you know, or Ozempic? Can you imagine? I mean, this is like everybody on this call, the opportunity to provide a peptide that's going to benefit somebody more than this Ozempic. People are paying $900 a month for this stuff. This is a no-brainer, right? Because you're not losing muscle mass. Because I see this, because I'll put people on semaglutide, and people will, you know, they unfortunately, most of them, you know, they don't eat a lot of protein, which you should eat a lot of protein when you're losing weight. They don't do resistance training. They start looking emaciated, right? Because they're losing muscle mass, and they're losing as they lose the weight, and it's half and half muscle, right? And so with this, there's no muscle wasting, which is awesome. And I'm just so excited. You guys you're in the right place. You're at the right time. We're about to launch this thing. It's going to explode. There's going to be some serious FOMO out there. You know, people are involved now. You made the right choice. And that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate you guys having me on here tonight.
Well, we appreciate it, Michael. And the chance to partner with you and Liza and your wife, Michelle, man, is going to be a blast.
It is
And
gonna be fun. It is gonna be fun, and I'll see you guys at the Waldorf. We're coming. So
Awesome.
Oh, good.
yeah, we're excited. I already bought the tickets.
I love it. Thanks for jumping on tonight, buddy.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
So good.
Well, you guys are getting a chance to hear tonight from some medical professionals. You got to hear from Jen, and I just love the fact that like these products, this opportunity is attracting that caliber of person.
Yeah.
And so I do really believe that we're going to continue to attract medical professionals, while also those of us that aren't medical professionals, man, these products are great for us too. And so I wanted you guys just to hear from a slightly different perspective tonight. So I hope that was helpful to you. What I want to do next before we bring on our last speaker is just make sure that everybody understands the waves concept that was shared last night. And so I'm going to pull this up. Let me just pull this up. All right, let me just make sure everybody's seeing this.
I think that should be good.
Can you
See
guys
this?
just give me the thumbs up? Is this guy showing up for you guys?
Perfect.
All right, perfect. So let's start at the top here. And I just want to make sure. Okay, so let's just go quickly through this product launch strategy. And I want to make sure everybody feels comfortable with this. So wave 1 starts October 14th, and that's going to be Founders Club Access. So Founders Club Access starts on the 14th. On the 14th, you can pre-order your Founders box starting at 12 o'clock Mountain Time. They are limiting 1 per household. And then October 28th is when the box will actually be charged to your credit card and shipping will begin.
Yeah, and let me just point something out about this. So these boxes are first come, first serve. Once they are gone, they are gone. And we have been in a lot of meetings with corporate lately going over the numbers and if we have enough and forecasting and trying to get it just right. I would not be surprised if these sell out very, very quickly. Like on October 14th, it would not surprise me at all. So I'm saying that because what I don't want is somebody who really wants one to wait and be like, what? I thought I was going to be able to purchase on October 28th. Until you pre-order it and you put your credit card information in, it is not reserved for you. It is not held for you. So I would highly recommend if you want this Founders Box, which is the only way to get all 6 products, I would absolutely be putting your cards in on October 14th.
So
nobody else can take it from me.
let's talk about what comes with the Founders Club Access.
Yeah.
So this is the only way to access all 6 products.
Yeah.
You're going to get this commemorative box, which trust me, this is a box that's so beautiful. It's something that you're going to like want to put somewhere in your office or a place that you can see it.
Yeah. And so the people who made these boxes they make boxes for the NFL, for Porch, for Tiffany & Co., Sephora. Like it is a very beautiful, high quality box. This is not just a cardboard box.
You'll also get special recognition.
Yeah.
You're going to get 5 $20 customer gift codes for your first set of customers. And then you're going to get customer exclusivity until November 15th. So I want to make sure everybody understands that only those that purchase the box will have the ability to enroll customers for the first 2 weeks in the month of November. So how to get your Founders Box, October 14th. All pre-enrolled affiliates will receive an email to activate your affiliate account. So everybody, whether you get the box or you don't, is going to have the opportunity to activate their account.
Yeah.
And then Link will only work for the pre-enrolled affiliates.
Yeah.
So step 1, you're going to verify your personal information, make any corrections that you need to. Step 2 is you're going to check a box that says that you agree to the policies and procedures. And then step 3, you'll have the opportunity to pre-order your Founders Box and provide payment details. So all of that happens on the 14th.
Yeah.
What if a pre-enrolled account wants to convert to a customer? Basically, that's going to be the default. So all pre-enrolled accounts must activate by the 31st. Any account that is not activated will be converted to a customer account.
Automatically. Yeah.
So affiliates will roll up, customers will remain as their place. So I just want to be very clear that if you do not take action, you will be converted to a customer. So we want to make sure that we as a team are very clear on this and that we communicate this effectively to those that have enrolled with us. Also, we'll have this month, we're going to have Making Waves Facebook Live. So just to be clear, this isn't happening in our group. This is happening in the corporate pre-launch Facebook group. every day there's going to be amazing tactical practical steps for successful launch. And so we're going to have plenty of great training and things happening within our team Facebook group, but just know that corporately speaking, there's going to be some great training there as well. So you guys will definitely be able to check that out with all the relevant updates. The app I had a chance to see is called Making Impact. The Making Impact app, that's going to be available October 28th. So that's something to look forward to for all the affiliate accounts. And then we're getting to Wave 2. Wave 2 is what we're calling the Founders Club exclusive. So Wave 2 starts November 1st. So here's what's happening on November 1st. November 1st through November 15th, we're asking all of the affiliates that purchase their box, we want you to do an unboxing and we want you to tag Make Wellness. And we're going to give you guys strategies and ideas for how to do this.
Yeah, we're going to go into depth. That's something that stay close to the Facebook group, because this is what we're really going to train on, how to make this a really powerful unboxing experience and make it something that's really going to help you to grow your business.
But we're hoping that this becomes the largest community unboxing social media blast in history.
It will.
We
It
want
will.
everybody to see how incredible this box is and really come in with a not a toe in the water, but a cannonball splash, right? So November 1st through the November 15th, this is exclusive access for customers of those that are founders. So those that come in with the founders box are going to have access to enrolling customers for those first 15 days in the month. Wave 3 is what we're calling the Customer Blitz, and this starts on November 16th. So on the November 16th Customer Blitz, this is where everybody can come in, all products become available starting December 1st, and the Wave 3 starts on the 16th.
Yep. So I just want to call attention again. So we are going to have 3 products that launch at the beginning of November. The other 3 products are not launching until December 1st. So if you want to be able to experience all 6 products and have a testimonial before those 3 products launch, you're going to want to order the Founders Box, because it is the only way to get those products before December 1st when they launch.
So let me make sure that this is abundantly clear too. So affiliates that want all 6 products come in with the Founders Box. Any affiliate that doesn't buy the box and any customer that doesn't want to be an affiliate will only have access to 3 products, okay, starting on November 16th. So November 16th, we're going to have Fit, Lean, Hydrated. Those will be available. And we will have what we're calling some bundles or some collections where we're going to be able to put these products into some different assortments.
Yes. And can I just say that Fit and Hydrated taste amazing. Like, you were going to so look forward to making that a part of your daily routine. They taste phenomenal. They exceeded
Mark,
every expectation.
I don't want to presume, but like, I think
good.
Fit's going to be the top seller. I'm just,
Hydrated.
she thinks it's something everybody's got their own. I think Fit's the best tasting, if I'm just saying, and it's incredible. So Wave 4, starting December 1st, we're going to then drop the last 3 products.
Yeah.
So Focused, Energized, and Calm will be released.
Yeah.
And we'll have a 3 product collection. We'll also have a 6 product collection, so you can get all 6 together. But just to be clear, for those that don't come in with the Founders Box, the only opportunity to get all 6 products will begin on December 1st.
Yeah.
And then you can see here, if you want to take a screenshot of this, you're welcome to do so. But this is the October communication strategy. And so you can see this is what corporate is doing to make sure that they're effectively communicating. But if you guys stay close to the Facebook group, we'll make sure that you guys have everything that you need for a successful launch. All right, so just in review, Wave 1 starts on October 14th, Founders Club Access. Wave 2 starts on November 1st. That's for founders to be able to enroll customers. Wave 3 is where everybody else will then be able to have access to the product starting on the 16th. And then Wave 4 is where we start with all 6 products becoming available. And we're going to call that the year-end dash. So that's kind of Wave 4. I hope that that was helpful, just kind of in review. Again, we know that the company went through that last night, but I think it was a lot to absorb in one sitting. So I want to make sure that you guys have that.
Yes. And as you guys can see, this is going to be something that continues to build momentum all the way through till when we have our first convention in March. And so that was very intentional strategy wise. And I think the way that they have staggered these product launches are so brilliant, and it's just really going to be powerful for our businesses. So it's going to be awesome.
So let's introduce our last speaker and then we can take any questions.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so our last speaker is Crystal Baker. I've known Crystal for the last maybe 2.5 years. Crystal is, she excels at so many things, but one of the things I love about Crystal is her boldness. She is so good at getting people to take action and leading them to the right decision. Like she's not like wish-washy at all. Like she helps people
Very direct.
make a decision and get the results that they're looking for. And Crystal, man, she gets some results. She's just a little firecracker. So Crystal, will you unmute? And I would love to know, you have been enrolling a lot of affiliates. You have been picking up a lot of momentum. And I know that you're a phenomenal customer enroller. So when that comes time, I know you're going to shine there too. Can you tell us what are some of the things that have been working really well for you, or any strategies that you have that you can share with the team?
Of course. Hi, everyone. I'm Crystal Baker, serial entrepreneur, chronic quitter, and I was a one-day warrior for about a decade. Like, one day I'm going to do it. One day I'm going to give my husband the option to retire. One day I'm going to have a team of over 100 people. Well, I currently have a team of over 100 people that I personally enrolled, not even going into the down part of my network. And like Kristen said, I am very direct. Nothing is optional when it comes to me. If I tell you it is what you need and you need to put it in your body, you either do it or the complaint department is closed. So you cannot come to me later and say, I have this problem. What should I do? You should have bought what I told you to buy 6 months ago, but here's the link. And I will still love you, but you did not get one of my 5 discounts for being a first-time customer with me, like on day one. Okay. Your loss, you spent an extra $20. But I do this from a place of like so much caring and so much love for people that resonates with them, that I'm like, I am telling you this for the good of your body and your health, and you need to listen to me or I'm going to shake you. But I also take the same approach with my team. From a place of love, you can either tell all of your friends and family about this opportunity. That is the easiest thing I have ever sold, because it is free, no obligation, and completely intangible right now. That it's literally a click of a button and 5 fields for somebody to have an opportunity that could potentially extrapolate into life-changing situations, financially, physically, and from a wellness standpoint. So it is the easiest thing for me to get people enrolled or on my VIP list for customers. And I tell the members of my team, you can tell everyone you know, or I can. Which ways is it going to go? I'm okay with putting it on my paycheck, but I would really rather you grow yours. So let's just go ahead and do this together. If you want to creep my page, go look at the way I talk to people. It is definitely no nonsense and not an option. It's not DM me if you have a question, or maybe if you think about it. It's here's the button, click it now. I'm sending you a text in 5 minutes to make sure it's done. End of. Like, that's the story. So again, it is from love. People like to have somebody else make the decisions for them. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to do any research. If you tell them why you researched it, what you've struggled with, and how this is going to be so powerful in your life personally, that instantly elevates you in their mind to a source of knowledge, to somebody that has done the research for them, that is experiencing similar struggles that they are, and that you have found something that is going to work, and you are so confident in this company and the culture and the future and what we're bringing just for wellness, that they're just like, okay, all right, I'm in. I walked up to my chiropractor and I said, you know how good peptides are, right? And he goes, yeah. I was like, all right, here you go. Put your email in there. And he was signed up 45 seconds later. He's like, what am I doing? I was like, here's a video. Go watch it. And now we have a standing monthly date as soon as products are live for all of his patients to be introduced to Make Wellness and peptides just Because in the field of holistic healing and people that care about wellness and your well-being and the body being in a prime place to heal itself, they understand peptides are good, but they also understand they're relatively inaccessible right now. And we're about to make them accessible to everyone. So I'm going to make sure that I am at the front and you're all welcome to come with me. Some of you I'll be dragging, kicking, and screaming, but we're going. And yeah, that's literally the confidence I talk to everybody with all the time. So if you don't have the confidence, you can have some of mine. I have plenty, I promise.
Oh my gosh. Crystal, I love you so much. And you guys, Crystal has such a big heart and she cares so much. And it's funny, I was looking at Liza in the comments and she's like, and that's why Crystal can do this. She has a big heart. She loves people well. But the confidence, it's so true, guys. So many people are uncertain, and with all the things going on in the world, like they're just overwhelmed. They have decision fatigue. They're overwhelmed. They're uncertain about a million things. Our world is uncertain right now. And so people follow certainty and they follow confidence and belief. And so if you're kind of wish-washy and like, I'm kind of doing this thing or whatever, it's so much less likely that people are going to want to come alongside you and join you. Whereas Crystal does this very well. She's just like, this is what I'm doing. It's going to work. Like she said, like you can come along with me or you can watch, but it's happening either way. And people are drawn to that. And I mean, I've seen this girl in our previous company and she makes magic happen. And it's just incredible to see the influence that she has and the way
Well,
that she grows.
Let me say this. Crystal
amazing.
adds value to people's lives. And she's
Yes.
been doing that for a very long time.
She's
And
very
so
consistent.
because she's adding so much value, she is a trusted
Right.
source to others. And so when she advises people on what to do, they listen.
Yeah.
And so it takes time to earn that.
Yes.
But I think the takeaway for all of us is that her confidence and belief is so strong that it helps people to make decisive actions. So
Yeah.
the reality is most people, they do want to be told what to do. They want to be led in a positive direction. And so if you can guide them to the answers, guide them to the resources, guide them to what is best for them,
Yeah.
man, I think that that's ultimately what people are looking for. And so Crystal does that. And then she makes it fun. You know, if you guys watch her on
She's just
Instagram,
funny,
she's
guys.
just having
She's
fun.
hilarious.
And so I think it just makes everything more enjoyable. So Crystal, man, we are so lucky to learn from you. And congrats on 100 personal enrollments.
Over 100.
Over 100 personal
Yes.
enrollments and a team that is just flourishing. So we're just so proud of you.
Really proud of you, friend.
So I'm seeing, guys, just a couple of questions come in. I want to just make sure we address a few of these questions.
Yes. And if you do have questions, please put them in the chat because we are going to go ahead and answer as many as we can.
So one question that I saw was shipping addresses. So they are defaulting to one per household.
Mhm.
If you have to ship your box to somebody else for whatever reason, I don't anticipate that being a problem unless you get an error message. But again, if you need to send a quick email to hello@Make Wellness just to let them know your situation or why you happen to be shipping it to so-and-so, again, I think just a quick email to them and they'll be able to confirm that that's okay.
Jenna said, can we get that before and after in the new Facebook group? Absolutely. We will post that in there after this. I love that. Rosina said, I literally brought in 17 people in one day, handing people my phone. I love the boldness.
I don't know how shipping is going to work to Canada, guys.
I don't.
I need to figure that out. Again, typically I've heard that we're NFR, but I need to get probably some answers on how shipping will work specifically to Canada. So let us get back to you that. We will answer that in the Facebook group.
Yeah. What if two affiliates live together? Can they both not get a box?
So
I don't know the answer to that.
well, so let me answer this question in this way. They're still drilling down the policies and procedures, as you guys can imagine. And some of these are kind of very complicated scenarios. But as of right now, I know that it's one per household if you're married. And if you do have adult children, like let's say you have an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old that lives at home, they'll be able to actually have their own account as well. So if you're not married and you live with your partner, my assumption is that you'll both be able to buy a box. Okay. So if you're married, it's one per married couple or married household. If you're not married and you're living together, then you should be able to access 2 boxes.
Yes. If you have questions about the products, who do you ask? So in the Facebook group that we have now, you'll see in the pinned post, there is a link to a post that we've created that is a questions one. Post any of your questions in there. And if we cannot answer it for you, we will tell you where to find the answer. We'll give you a next step. I believe hello@makewellness.com. Somebody correct me if I'm
Hello at makewellness.com.
hello at makewellness.com. If it is like a company question, that's where I would email.
As far as shipping, I haven't figured out what carriers they're planning to use, but I could easily ask that. That's a good question. As far as price point on the products, right now the price point's going to vary between $55 and $110. That's kind of the range right now that we have. So we've got 2 products that don't have peptides. They're going to be closer to the $55 range. And then we've got a product that's going to be closer to the 110 range. Just so you guys know, similar to like an Amazon with a subscribe and save, 2 things that we're going to be very, very good at as a company and as a team is the benefit of bundles, meaning these products working in synergy with one another. So really learning how to sell collections. And then secondly is subscriptions, because there will be free savings. I'm sorry, there'll be free shipping and there will be massive savings for the subscription option.
Yeah.
So we're going to want to get very good at both being able to sell bundles as well as encouraging people to consider the subscription option.
And you're going to get all of those details really soon. I know they are just about to put a bow on some of those details. Somebody said, how are you handling the recurring question about the absence of price listing at this point? Anytime that comes up, we just say it's anywhere between 50-ish to $100-ish. And we're going to have that information really soon. I think anytime that there's something that isn't solidified that somebody asks about, we just remind them, hey, we're actually in pre-enrollment right now. We actually haven't even started the pre-launch yet, right? We're in pre-enrollment, and then pre-launch will start November 1st. The actual launch, official launch of the company doesn't happen until March of next year. So we're kind of watching this all evolve in real time. And just to kind of bring you guys behind the curtain a little bit, there are about 6 of us that meet with corporate as of right now, 3 times a week, 2 hours each time. So we've got about 6 hours of Zooms that we're on with them
Annie asked for another one. So.
every week, just to working through a lot of the different details and really just collaborating with corporate, which I think is super, super powerful to be in a company that is both field and corporate led, and just making sure that as they're putting a bow around all of these details, that they've really thought through every possible scenario and are doing what's truly in the best interest of not only us as a field, but the newest person. And so I'm just really grateful that they are doing things that way.
How many of you guys have gotten some objections that you're like not sure how to answer?
Yeah.
My guess is many of you have, right? I want to give you guys like some encouragement. Man, there is nothing wrong. In fact, it shows a lot of leadership and humility to just answer the question by saying, hey, listen, that is a phenomenal question. I'm not sure, but let me get back to you.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying that. That doesn't make you look like you're ignorant or you're uninformed. It actually makes you look like a real integral leader to just say, man, that's a great question. I'm not sure. Let me get back to you.
Yeah, it actually builds trust with people, because it's like, oh, well, when they don't know, they're going to admit that they don't know, right? So then when you say things that you do know, they're going to be more likely to believe you.
So a question about, you'll activate your account. You'll be able to put in your contact information and your payment information. And then actually one of the things that they're going to provide to you and to us is some reporting details. So you'll actually be able to see who within your organization actually has pre-purchased the Founders Box. So you'll be able to access that as well as access that for your group.
Yeah. It says, please clarify when the boxes sell out that affiliates will still be able to get the 6 peptides for $500 and get early access to customers. That has actually not been finalized. That is one thing that they are currently still trying to figure out. I would say we'll know the answer to that in the next week. What we do know for sure, no matter what, is we have a set number of founders boxes. And once you put in your credit card information and you reserve it, you're guaranteed to get all 6 products.
These are great questions.
Just to give you guys a little behind the scenes too on that, because I know some people might be like, well, why aren't they just creating like, till infinity, founders boxes, inventory? Like, is it a money thing? No, we have funding to the literal sky. It's a supply chain thing. When you are working with high quality, natural, raw ingredients, there are only so much of those ingredients, right? Manufacturing can only handle so much of the product. And with us being a brand new company, we have scaled everything as high as it can possibly go. And I know you guys have heard us say we are pacing to have more than 4x the biggest launch in network marketing history, which nobody could have predicted that because it's literally never happened. So they have pulled up inventory as much as humanly possible, but they do want to make sure that that inventory lasts for the affiliates that we have, and so that we don't run into any inventory issues. So that is why they're being mindful with the caps that they're doing. If we were using like crappy ingredients that sat on a shelf,
Yeah,
it
so
might
just-
be a different story.
So
but
just to reiterate on
no,
inventory,
we're not.
you've got cash to buy inventory, you've got
Which we're
raw ingredients, and then you've got supply chain. So just so you know, like cash is not the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
But to Kristen's point, supply chain, the lead time that it actually takes to be able to create the products, that's what is slowing the process down. So as you guys can imagine, this pre-enrollment, pre-marketing phase has been really good for data collection to try and figure out what the demand is.
Yeah.
But as you guys can imagine, not every single person that pre-enrolled has the intention of actually moving forward. So being able to figure out those metrics and being able to figure out how do we get the right amount of inventory. Also, for the individuals that are enrolled as affiliates, we also need to honor the fact that you'll be enrolling customers, and we need to have inventory for your customers starting in November.
Heather said, so you guys have taken the samples. What have you experienced yourself? Well, I have experienced that you should not take Energized at 4 p.m. because you will be ready to conquer the world until midnight. So that is one of the things that I have experienced. That product will just have you on a mission for many hours to come. Do not take that in the afternoon. It was tasted absolutely incredible. Lean tasted incredible. Obviously, I'm not going to be seeing any lean results, in one try. Hydrate was really incredible as well. We actually have not taken the Calm product yet. I actually might
waiting.
take that tonight.
She was sneaking the products
only-
without me, guys. She was like doing her socials, and I'm
We
like,
still-
what in the world? She left me like one little baby sip.
I have no regrets.
Oh, there was a question there that I want to make sure where did it go? Yep.
Are these made in the US? Yes. Every single one of our products are made in the US. Yeah.
This is what I wanted to say.
All
This is what I wanted to say. This is what I want to say. So one of the subtle nuances that I think is really important to understand is I came from a company in the past 13 years, we were selling vitamins. Now, don't get me wrong, vitamins have their place, but they were not experiential products. So one of the differences here is not only are the peptides super effective, and we have the human clinical trials to prove that, but make no mistake, these products actually taste really good. So compliance is actually going to be a lot higher.
Like you're going to look forward to taking the product. You're not going to forget to take it because you're going to be looking forward to that enjoyable experience every day. Which
Yeah,
means people will stick with it.
If the products taste good and they're effective, people will want to take them. They'll actually start building those habitual routines. Whereas if it's just a pill or something that, even though there's benefits to it, it's not experiential, people are less likely to take it. And so I love the fact that not only are we figuring out ways to make sure the products are highly effective, they're very experiential for the customer.
Yep. Okay. When can you share the compensation presentation? Very soon. That is another thing that they are currently putting a bow on. I think probably in the next week. Actually, maybe Saturday, the final comp plan will be taught. So
I
I
think
would.
it's Saturday.
It is Saturday. Okay.
I would jump
I
on
would
on
definitely
Saturday.
be on
I would be on
Saturday.
Saturday.
they have been doing lots and lots of modeling. And something I want you guys to understand as well is the comp plan that we have created. Traditionally, network marketing companies will take ones that already exist and they tweak it, right? We are creating a brand new from scratch compensation plan. And so the amount of modeling that has to be done and the amount of considerations for every type of scenario that has to be made is just, there are so many things that they have to run through to not only make sure that it encourages the right behavior, it functions the way that they want it to function, but that it's also sustainable, right? We do not want to get 6 months down the road and then announce, guys, we have to change the comp plan because the way we did it is not sustainable. We do not want to have that happening. So they just wanted to make sure that they have considered everything and that they're really considering longevity in this final plan. So they're about there, and Saturday you should have the final everything. And it's really good. Really, really good.
The products are being manufactured in the United States, but our sourcing is not limited to the United States. So
Yes.
something that I want to make very clear, I've heard some individuals saying that these are plant-based peptides. I want to make sure that we're abundantly clear. These are nature-based peptides. Nature is not limited to plants. Nature is more expansive. So nature includes marine, it includes bacteria, it includes plants, it includes animal-based.
Yeah, just completely natural.
So I want to be very clear that the word bioactive is in reference to things found in nature. Nothing is synthetic, everything's found in nature.
Joe, no, you do not have to change what you eat while taking these. Are we encouraging taking all the products at the same time when you have the founders box? There is nothing that would discourage taking all of them at once. They do different things. And so there's nothing that's going to counteract each other and create a problem. So yes, you can take all 6 of them at the same time.
Yeah, and they do not need to be cycled like therapeutic peptides need to be. So again, just want to be clear that these are products that are safe to consume daily.
Yep.
Somebody's asking about taxes. Did I just see something about
We don't
taxes?
need to get into that. right now.
That's probably for another time, but like
We will teach on that. That is coming.
what I will tell you guys, what I will tell you is Make is not going to withhold taxes like an employer would. So you're going to get paid in full. So you're going to want to make sure that you reserve a portion of your paycheck to be able to pay taxes at your end. And we'll do some more training on that as we go.
And yes, Teresa, you will know which product has marine ingredients for those with seafood allergies. We're always going to disclose every single ingredient on the packaging, and we are never going to use umbrella terms like natural flavors or natural colors. You're going to know every single individual ingredient that goes into each of the products. Very thankful that transparency is important. Yes, you can share the fit and lean results that we posted, right?
I assume so. He shared it with us, so we can share it with them. We'll post it in the Facebook
If you
group.
get in trouble, you did not hear that from us. We said nothing. This never happened.
It seems like fair game to me.
We were not told no, so I'm gonna go with yes. All right, for tax purposes. Okay. All right, I think we are at the top of the hour here. We want to respect you guys' time. We will do some more specific types of training next week. We always want to kind of mix up how we're doing each of these calls. Next week should be really, really good. And please make sure to join that Facebook group so that we can all get huddled in there and really just start packing out.
Let me leave you guys with this thought. So there was a huge flux of new affiliates in the first 2 weeks of August. I anticipate a huge flux of affiliates wanting to join the last week of October. So I want to encourage you guys to stay close to the fire, stay in the chats, stay in the Facebook group, pay attention to things, because I think what's going to happen is as we get into the ability to create revenue and actually enroll, I think there's going to be a huge wave of people that are going to be ready to go.
Really fast, last question. Do we know if people are on an injectable semaglutide, can they take lean and fit? Not only can they actually really should be taking, is it lean or fit? It's fit. Fit. They actually should be taking fit, because fit will counteract the muscle loss that they are experiencing as a result of a semaglutide. So if you know somebody who's on Ozempic, they should absolutely be on fit, because it's actually going to make their results a lot better, and it's going to prevent them from losing muscle. Yes, they can take both at the same time. Yep. Okay.
Man, I hope you guys, this was helpful. Thank you for
Yes.
all of our speakers tonight. Loved each of your contributions, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys on our next Zoom.
Okay. All right. We love y'all. We'll see you in the Facebook group. Bye.